my kids, though, into doing some things, you know, sports and whatnot.
Did you guys see Dr. Ruth today?
No.
Yeah, Dr. Ruth was here.
Oh, man.
Here's the weirdest situation ever. Dr. Ruth coming around as Jimmy Norton is giving me a long hug. And I'm like, Jimmy Norton's giving me a hug. There's Dr. Ruth. I must be dreaming. This is some kind of thing that's between me and my therapist to work out. But it was all real. It all happened. That like Dr. Ruth she looks like a bullet. She's so little. She's got the entire shape of a bullet. And the crowd around her, taking pictures, waving. She's like a little star. And she hasn't been on TV in a long, long time, as far as I know. But she's beloved. She's a beloved figure.
Oh, sure. That little accent of hers.
It is.
Let's go and insert your penis into her.
Of course, the penis can go into an anus. Why not?
Sure.
If you both enjoy it, so.
If two consenting adults agree, then, you know, just put the Jews away. You know?
She didn't say that, because I think she is. I think she is Jewish. Adorable. Just adorable. All right, Ron and Fez show. Davey Mack, out of all the stuff that we were giving away during the big official Oscar party, which one would you like to have for yourself?
I'd like to win the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings.
Over the Cameron.
I'm a I like James Cameron, but Peter Jackson I'm a big fan of. The Lord of the Rings movie and also Dead Alive, which I've mentioned was before Shaun of the Dead. Mm-hmm. And I love Peter Jackson. I actually liked his last movie that he put out, except for the Susan Sarandon part. So I would love.
What was the one before this?
The one before this was Kong.
Yeah, I don't like either one.
I didn't like Kong, but Lord of the Rings was horrible. I worship Lord of the Rings.
You thought it was horrible?
Yeah,
I tried to watch it on TV, didn't enjoy it, but and this is probably going to frustrate you, Dave. I can't make it through the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, they're so great.
Now, having said that, I can understand why it'd be very entertaining for people who like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
I don't even like fantasy.
Yeah.
I really don't. I only like the Lord of the Rings. I didn't like Narnia or any of the other bullshit. I just thought Peter Jackson was incredible visually in those movies. Amazing. Just incredible.
Yeah, I give him all the credit in the world for that. It doesn't hold with me, though.
You don't like that story either? Like the little guy there, you know?
It seems like a
fighting technology.
Stupid kind of fucking Star Wars movie to me. It's like you're watching fucking Star Wars again.
Well, it was written before Star Wars.
Yeah, still. It's just, I mean, I can understand if there's like fucking dragons and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't know.
There was only one dragon.
Like, we were just talking about Princess Bride. I think that's cute because it's for kids.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So if I'm sitting there for kids and you're watching, you know, one of these kind of movies, I guess I could get it. But for myself, my own entertainment just doesn't happen. Doesn't mean that I'm right. It's just a difference in the fucking taste.
Did you see any of them in the theater?
Yeah, I just saw the first one. I'm going to tell you the truth. I fell fucking asleep. I fell asleep. And then the second one, yeah. It just went on for fucking ever. And then I fucking left going like this. No way do I come back for a second one. So I tried to watch the second one on TV. Couldn't do it.
Oh, yeah, I would never watch a Lord of the Rings for the first time on TV. It's impossible to do. I own every single one of them, though.
See, I never went back. I saw them all three in the theater and never went back and watched them again. And that's how I know I like a movie. I watch it like 400 times again.
Yeah, I know. Why don't you tell us the Batman story?
Well, if you didn't like the first one, why did you go see the second and third?
I was trying to like them. I was putting an effort out to try to like them.
Mm-hmm.
And it just wasn't clicking with me.
But the James Cameron thing is very awesome. It's very close.
He's a brilliant guy. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant guy. Very cool of him to sign this thing for us.
They're kind of similar in a weird way.
Who's that? Yeah, they are.
Jackson, James Cameron.
Well, honestly, you know, with James Cameron, I'm not the biggest fan. I just, you know, I admire that he's out there on his own, doing his own thing. I can always admire that in a person. You know, particularly if you're like, I've come up with a project, I'm writing it, I've created this world. You know, like with the first Lucas thing. I bust your balls about Star Wars, but you can't take away that there's a certain, even get behind the artistic thing, just what it takes for a guy to say, I'm going to do this. People are telling me I can't. I've got to raise money.
Right.
I've got to do this. You know, I always like those kind of stories. So I always admire those kind of people that somehow stand in between, take their own vision artistically, and then, of course, in the business world. It's always a fun story. Doesn't mean that it captures me in the theater the way it made for you. But I can completely understand it.
He definitely has a singular vision, that James Cameron. And Avatar was the example of that. I mean, visually, it was absolutely stunning.
So why the purpose for everybody to be, we may give him best movie, but we will definitely not give him best director? I mean, there's no one even acting like he can win best director, right? No?
Right, yeah.
Why do you think that is? Is it because he's won one?
It's a combination of that, but it's because of Bigelow's a woman, and listen, James Cameron himself said it on 60 Minutes on Sunday, and I agreed 100%. I was glad he had the balls to say it. He said people are going to check the box because it's the first time they can give it to a woman.
Well, it's not the first time. It's the fourth time.
He meant like the first time she has a real legitimate shot. Like he says, they just cannot ignore that storyline in the Academy.
Well, it gets brought up that, it's somewhat of a popularity contest. I saw this on TV the other day, and they're going, is it the best actor who gets it or a popularity contest? Well, you can't really tell the difference between the two. You don't have 5 fucking actors acting the part of the Hurt Locker. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
You might find out, like, hey, Jeremy Renner's not even the best person. You know what I mean? But you never get to see the other 4 people do that.
Yeah.
So, could Meryl Streep have played in The Blind Side? Yeah. But could that girl have went over and played Julia Childs and made it, work? No.
Not likely.
Not going to happen.
It would have been an SNL skit.
Yeah. But that is also not what it really comes down to that. I think popularity plays a part of this as well as it even does in a presidential election.
Yeah. Definitely.
And like Fez sitting around talking about the Conan people, right? Why didn't they get more of them to watch that show? I don't know how that has become the criteria of who has the best late night show. Mm-hmm. To have the most people watch something, how does that make you the best? If anything, it would just mean that you're doing something that is okay with more people.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily make it the best. Doesn't mean that it's not the best. It could be. You know what I mean? But you saying Conan didn't have enough people watching him doesn't mean that he didn't put on a great fucking show. Just also means that it's not for everybody. Mm-hmm. And I kind of laugh at the thing of why would it be up for somebody who's his viewer to then take it upon themselves to find other viewers for that show? We've got to make this number 1. How come? Well, why can't you just sit and enjoy the show you're watching?
Maybe they want the more people to watch it so the show stays on the air. If more people had watched Conan, then maybe he'd still be there.
So what am I supposed to do? Knock on my neighbor's fucking house? I got it on. You should too?
You spread the word, I guess. If more people spread the word about Arrested Development, it wouldn't have been canceled. But I mean, I don't know.
But I've been watching CBS Sunday Morning for decades.
Right.
And I rarely have run into another person that I could sit down and fucking talk about this with. You know what I mean? People just, they're either not up on Sunday morning or they don't want a kind of a slow Sunday morning show, whatever the reasons. But I don't feel like somehow it's not a great show. I think it's been a great show for fucking decades.
Yeah. It's always in the McDonald household. I know it.
But I'm not going to hear from people, that show's number 4. I mean, I would have no idea. I would not have the slightest idea if that is the most watched Sunday morning show or the least watched. I've never heard anybody discuss it or write about it in a magazine. It just doesn't come up.
Right.
But I just think it's I've thought it forever. It's a great Sunday morning show. How do I know if anybody else does?
It really fits Sunday morning like a glove. Like I used to watch it all the time with Charles Kuralt, and it's just
Charles, I've got a wife on each side of the country of Kuralt.
I almost couldn't eat breakfast if that show wasn't played. Like that was they went so much like pancakes and syrup. Like I would not eat breakfast unless Charles Kuralt was on TV.
So you eat while you're watching it?
Yes. And if I'm up earlier than that, I will wait till. I mean, formerly the late Charles Carruthers. Now it's the other guy. I will wait till the show comes on.
Osgood.
Yeah,
Charles Osgood.
Charles Osgood.
Who? Here's a little thing for you. Remember when Fez and I, when we had to go to D.C., we left NEW, and I said I couldn't go down at that time. CBS set us up for like 5 months, I guess, that we did the show from D.C. in New York City on 57th Street, and we used his radio studio. Charles Osgood's radio studio, and he always does his thing of, "I'll see you on the radio," and I would go in there and I'd see a pencil. I go, "This is Charles Osgood's pencil.
Gotta be
right fucking here."
Yeah, I actually hate breakfast except for Sunday mornings. That show gets me into it.
Are you a big Sunday morning breakfast eater?
Yeah, it's the only day. I skip breakfast every other day.
Why don't you go out for brunch? Be one of those brunch guys.
I like my little ritual, watching the CBS.
I took Fez out for brunch last Sunday. Hated his meal. Still is thinking about that he ordered the wrong thing.
Now he owes you one.
Now you owe me. Now you owe me one. Hicks, by the way, you were telling us about the one play that you went to see and how much you loved it.
Hell yeah, Fela. It's awesome.
This will make you happy. That cast was singing and dancing on The View yesterday.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like it fits The View.
And Sherry Shepherd got up, put some makeup on, and started dancing with them. You couldn't pick her out of the crowd. She was amazing.
She's a multi-threat.
She is, Fuzzy. She is. And one of those threats is knives. Hicks, what's bothering you today? You normally have something that's annoying you every morning.
Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen got axed from the Oscars because they were afraid that he would offend James Cameron because he was doing a Na'vi bit. So the producers were so scared that they would piss off Cameron. They thought he would just storm off and not fucking do anything.
Because his bit is normally taking his ass out and rubbing it in somebody's face.
What, he would have been dressed as a Na'vi, whatever.
I know, but he does the same bit. I'm going to climb on you.
Well, why is James Cameron such a little pussy? What the fuck?
I had no idea. This is the first time hearing about it. So they decided that the bit was funny, but James Cameron might not like it.
Yeah, they were scared shitless of pissing off Cameron. It was supposed to be Ben Stiller and Sacha Baron Cohen, and Ben Stiller was going to translate Sacha Baron Cohen talking in Na'vi or whatever.
It actually sounds funny. Sounds like a big mistake. James Cameron only makes a fucking movie every 12 years. What's he going to do? Fuck you, I'll make it 14 now? This is probably his last movie, because by the time the next movie comes around, he'll be dead.
I wish he grew a beard back, too. I don't like this long hair, this Mikey boy, elderly Mikey boy look that he's got going.
He is not elderly Mikey boy. Is Mikey boy stopping by for the wedding today?
Yes, he said yes.
Because I noticed this. He always used to swing by the other studio. This studio, he does not.
No, people get scared of the 10 Mission Impossible layers of security.
Well, it's an uncomfortable thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's, when Mike Kaka came in here the other day, they actually were fairly disrespectful to him downstairs.
Really?
Yeah. He took his laptop out. They said, no, it's got to run through the x-rays. Like, I don't want to do that. I'm going to mess up my laptop. They're like, then you can't come in. So I said to him later, why don't you just call me? I'll have Dave run down, pick up the laptop, and run it himself.
Yeah.
We're bringing stuff in and out of here all the time.
I would have brought it up for him. No problem about that.
Well, he is worried any obligation to you means free pitchers of beer at the new Molly's.
Oh, yeah?
He is a nervous wreck.
You said there's going to be alcohol. You didn't say beer.
Yeah, beer and wine.
Open bar
This
Molly's?
is the best store ever. The best store ever. We need to do a new Molly's promo.
But here's the deal. When you're having a cupcake, do you feel like a beer with it? I mean,
I could, yeah. If it was a
I think
chocolate...
there's certain desserts that you stay away from beer with.
Oh, I disagree. Chocolate and beer goes well if it's a dark chocolate.
Now, I know some places will do wine pairings with their desserts. I've never seen a beer pairing.
I mean, I'm just talking from personal experience. I will eat like dark chocolate brownies and beer. I love it. I love
Never
the combo.
done that. Never done that in my life.
I've done beer and ice cream. I think that kind of goes together.
Yeah,
that
I
will
wouldn't do
curdle
that.
in your stomach.
That was my dad's favorite.
Ice cream seems more of a Jack and Coke.
Oh, you know what? Now that Fez says it, he used to do that at baseball games all the time. We would go to spring training games, and I'm not kidding you. Fez would eat something different every inning, and Dave, I would be, I had seats as close as I am to you. I mean,
Embarrassing.
we're right there. He never looked up. He never looked up at all. It was just like, I love all the different foods. Has zero interest in the game of baseball.
Were you a little bit like ashamed because?
No, because we went with like 7 or 8 of us, and
right.
it was just accepted.
Okay.
In those days, we accepted Fez.
It just made me starving being out at the spring training park.
To tell you the truth, he was the Fast Freddy. He was kind of the, oh yeah.
It's a great place to eat, but I'm only going to have a dog, maybe a pretzel, and a Coke.
No peanuts?
Oh yeah, I'll eat peanuts. But I don't like ice cream at the ball game, especially because
I don't do that either.
Yankees serve the astronaut ice cream.
Yeah,
which
it's awful.
Never liked. I
No,
don't
do you
like
like
Dippin' Dots?
Do you like the hot dogs at Yankee Stadium when they used to do that piece of Wonder Bread with it?
They're good, but I'll be
found it
honest.
odd. I found it odd.
There are better dogs. I thought Shea, now Citibank, has better dogs, and I thought Dodger Stadium, which is famous for them,
Dodger dog.
had a great hot dog.
Davey Mack, what about you? I know it was a disappointing night for you
awful.
last night, but what's been bothering you in the news today? What's going on?
Just an update, because we did a story of John Daly, who had a 492 file on the PGA. Mm-hmm. Well, John Daly is pissed as hell at the writer who exposed that, and so he called on all of his Twitter followers to fuck with the guy. He actually...
All right, now John Daly has pests.
Right.
I don't fucking believe how late everybody is getting to the pest game.
He found the guy's cell phone number, and he said, quote, "Here's the jerk who writes non-news article. Call and flood his line, and let's tell him how we feel." So now he's starting a war, and the Golf Writers Association of America heard about it, and they want Daly kicked off the tour for an indefinite period of time.
This is going to be another page in his file. It's a vicious cycle going on.
Turn the page. This one's from 72 also.
It does seem a little bit crazy, but, I don't see how these writers can can get John Daly suspended for something he did on Twitter. It's a Twitter account. That's no different than just talking to someone.
At the same time, you can be. How many of these guys get in trouble for shit that they do away from the basketball court or away from the football stadium?
A lot, but is there anything really bad here?
Well, I think the PGA is saying we don't want animosity. We don't want a war with the press.
But that kind of is why people follow, why he's very popular, and he still is a popular draw. On tour.
This will make him kind of popular with his hardcores.
Yeah, I think it makes me popular. The guy, he thinks I don't actually think the writer fucked him over. I think he's being too sensitive, but I think he has every right to tweet about it, and not to have the golf writers be on his back.
All right, what about this? What about if one of the writers who's following the Yankees writes a column saying Derek Jeter is a bum, and I don't want all you people to tweet him and send letters to his house and boo him at the stadium. That would be crossing a line, right?
Yes, because the writer has he has the responsibility to be objective and to report. He's creating the news, but Daly doesn't have that same responsibility.
The PGA says you have a responsibility to uphold as a golfer. You know what I mean? You have to. You're not only here for your benefit, you're here for the benefit of everybody else as well. You're part of this tour. You're not. It's not the John Daly show, though. So you have to act in accordance, just like they don't let the guys show up in fucking shorts or get busted smoking dope. That'll fucking affect them,
Right.
Even though we didn't do it on the golf course. So most of these fucking leagues have some kind of, I would say every league has some kind of criteria of how you can act if you're in the league.
It just seems that they pick and choose with John Daly. They say,
this is what always surprises me more. When they will tell a quarterback, you have to make yourself available to the press for 15 minutes after a fucking game. Mm-hmm. Even if you lose, you have to make yourself available. To me, that's just fucking stunning. And that's why these guys, when they speak to the press, you see they're on automatic pilot.
Yeah.
You see that they're just filling up time. And it's so rare that any of the post-game interviews are worth fucking paying any attention to.
You never get stuff from the elite players. Jordan didn't give anyone anything. Gretzky, Montana, Jeter. You don't get anything from those guys.
You basically have to wait until they're out of the game before they sit around and talk about,
Even still, and that's if they don't disappear. I can't tell you the last time I heard Joe Montana talk about
Joe
stuff.
Montana doesn't give a shit, I think. That's one of the things I like I like a guy who doesn't hang around the sport after the fact.
Yeah, it's good. He did try to broadcast, but got out real quick.
He's not good at it.
He was on, I think 1 year on NBC.
I had no idea that either. I had no idea he even did that.
It was 1 year, and it was like, this isn't going to work. He really had
he
a
just
problem.
He's uncomfortable.
Well, he's not a great public speaker, to be fair.
There's no reason he should be.
No, I know,
not
it's
everybody is, and it's not something that everybody should even work for.
Yeah. He could throw a fucking football. That's
Not
all he
far.
needs. Not far, but he could.
But with accuracy.
He was a genius, though, wasn't he?
Genius?
And him and Bill Walsh were geniuses.
I had no idea that he was a genius.
Joe Montana? A football genius. He is in the top 3 quarterbacks of all time.
That doesn't necessarily make you a genius. I'll give it to Bill Walsh. In that game, probably showed some genius. I don't know if I'd say that about Montana. I mean, he followed the plays that Bill Walsh fucking set up for him.
Yeah, but he was incredible at, if the first guy was recovered, he would always hit the second. If that guy was
that's
third,
a craft. That was his craft to do. It's not like he suddenly improvised something out there and reinvented the game of football. I think that would make you a genius.
Oh, well,
I think he was a fine craftsman.
I think a lot of QBs fail at that, and it's only, I think
there's a lot of people that aren't good at craft, yourself included. Look at the stuff your dad thought you were good at. He just lied to you.
Yeah.
Oh, Ruby, jump up here in your pretty party skirt and give me a kiss. All right, we got to take a break here, though. Lots to talk about today, and within 2 hours, we will have a wedding start, and within that hour, have a wedding, reception, the whole shebang taken care of. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley. The Ron and Fez Show. Sirius 197, XM 202. The Virus.
On HBO, coming soon, it's the new 10-part miniseries, The Pacific. That is executive produced by Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg, and Gary Goetzman. That's the same producing team behind the Emmy Award-winning and Golden Globe-winning Band of Brothers.
I saw Hanks on TV last night, and he is absolutely obsessed with World War II. He's obsessed with every aspect of it. And I wonder if he just won't spend the rest of his life telling every single story that he can in World War II.
Well, these are based on true stories from World War II Marines, so that were in the Pacific, and so they intertwine the stories of these 3 U.S. Marines and explore what they call the true human cost of war. The Pacific, it's based in part on different books. Helmet for My Pillow by Robert Leckie, along with And with the Old Breed by Eugene B. Sledge. So it's based on great World War II books, and of course it's from Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg, and Gary Goetzman. The Pacific, it starts on HBO March 14th at 9 p.m., 8 Central on HBO. Here's what you can do. Go to hbo.com/The Pacific for more information about this new 10-part miniseries, and you can also see the trailer there. It's HBO presents The Pacific, March 14th, 9 p.m. in the East, 8 p.m. Central, and only on HBO.
The Virus. Sirius 197, XM 202. Ron and Fez.
Sirius XM gets you ready for baseball season with spring training tours on MLB Home Plate and Mad Dog Radio. Cal Ripken leads the MLB Home Plate team of analysts with 30 teams in 20 days on Home Plate beginning Friday.
It's another Albert Pujols!
And all next week at 2 p.m. Eastern, Chris Russo tours the Grapefruit League, talking to players, managers, and GMs. Nobody brings you closer to baseball than Sirius XM. MLB Home Plate on XM 175. Sirius 210 is part of the best of XM on Sirius. And Mad Dog Radio, XM 144, Sirius 123.
Does your vehicle have less than 175,000 miles with an automobile warranty about to expire or no automobile warranty coverage at all? Automobile Coverage of America has announced a low-cost protection plan to save consumers thousands on auto repairs. Drivers who are covered by this protection plan will not have to pay for a covered repair bill again. Now, they pay the bill directly for you. Call now and receive roadside assistance, towing, and car rental at no additional cost. Call 800-585-4980. That's 800-585-4980.
Stay tuned for a 1,000,000-bottle giveaway announcement. Do you have troubled skin, acne? Well, against the better judgment of our management team, we're going to prove to you once and for all that Proactive works. So if you want to try it, give us a call at 1-800-283-3547. 3546. Because we're going to let 1 million people try Proactive risk-free and receive our legendary refining face mask free if you call right now. You heard it. Be one of the first callers. Call 1-800-283-3546. That's 1-800-283-3546.
You know what 2:30 in the afternoon feels like, right? You're sleepy, groggy, dying for a nap. So what do? Run for the coffee? Grab a soda? But how long does that last before you're back for more? Try this instead. Take 1 5-hour energy, then see what the rest of your day feels like. It sure won't feel like 2:30 anymore. Instead of sleepy and groggy, you could be bright and alert without the jitters. 5-hour energy is packed with B vitamins, amino acids, and as much caffeine as a cup of the leading premium coffee. It has 0 sugar, 0 herbal stimulants, and only 4 calories. The 2-ounce shot takes seconds to drink, and in minutes, you're feeling like your old self again. And that feeling lasts for hours. So replace all those afternoon coffees and sodas with 1 5-hour energy. 5-hour energy. Hours of energy now. No 2:30 feeling later. Individual results may vary. In a clinical trial, 5-hour energy significantly outperformed placebo on continuity of attention and self-related alertness. Neither 5-hour energy nor placebo affected blood sugar or mood. See 5hourenergy.com for more information.
Are you an inventor? Would you like to attempt to have your invention or idea patented and submitted to industry? Then you need InventHelp, America's #1 invention company, and they have free information for you. Learn how you can record your invention's date of origination, plus get valuable free information. Inventors, call InventHelp now. 800-552-7900. 800-552-7900. 800-552-7900.
The virus is an XL channel which may contain explicit language. Channel blocking is available by calling 1-800-XM-RADIO or for XM Canada, 877-438-9677.
To contact the Ron and Fez Show, you could call at 866-RON-0-FEZ or email us at ronandfez@AOL.com. Or you can instant message us at Ron and Fez on AIM. You could also visit the show's MySpace at myspace.com/Ron and Fez Show. It's the Ron and Fez Show on XM 202, Sirius 197.
Sirius 197, XM 202. The Virus. The Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, Eastside Dave. I remember you from the last promo we did together.
And I remember you too, Pepper.
So what were we talking about, Dave?
Well, Peppy Hamburger, we were saying that the Ron and Fez replay starts at 1 a.m. in the East, 10 p.m. in the West on Sirius 197 XM 202.
Oh, yeah. Bye, Dave, and thanks again.
Bye, Pepper.
Ron of the three-pointer, unloads it, got it!
The NBA on Sirius XM.
In the second half of the NBA season, the stars take flight.
Back-to-back slams from Bryant.
To propel their teams into the playoffs.
Carter spinning, pushing in the lane, put it up and in.
The road to the playoffs starts now.
Way attacking. Whoa, a slam dunk.
Hear every dunk, every steal, and every shot. Don't miss a moment.
For complete schedules, log on to Sirius.com or XMRadio.com.
Hello there, folks. It's the Gecko. So here's the rub. I want to save you money. That's it. My old song and dance, right there. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, when you're offering somebody hundreds of dollars in savings, you don't have to sugarcoat it. All you say is, Geico could save you hundreds online or over the phone. And there you have it. Well, I've still got a few more seconds left now, so, there you go. Cheers.
For a free rate quote, visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Want to lower the cost of doing business?
Increase employee productivity and stop malware threats.
Barracuda Networks can help. The Barracuda Web Filter is an integrated hardware and software solution that enforces internet usage policies by blocking access to websites and internet applications that are not business related. The Barracuda Web Filter is the easiest way to get your staff back to work while preventing harmful malware from entering your network. Powerful yet affordable security, networking, and storage solutions trusted by more than 80,000 businesses worldwide. Call 888-ANTI-SPAM for your free evaluation unit. 888-ANTI-SPAM or visit barracuda.com.
Does your vehicle have less than 175,000 miles with an automobile warranty about to expire or no automobile warranty coverage at all? Automobile Coverage of America has announced a low-cost protection plan to save consumers thousands on auto repairs. Drivers who are covered by this protection plan will not have to pay for a covered repair bill again. Now, they pay the bill directly for you. Call now and receive roadside assistance, towing, and car rental at no additional cost. Call 800-585-4980. That's 800-585-4980.
End the IRS nightmare now. Call the experts at the Tax Debt Relief Center for your free consultation. Find out how the Tax Debt Relief Center can help you settle back taxes, help you with penalties and interest, help release liens, stop levies and seizure, and end embarrassing wage garnishments. If you have $15,000 or more